Emmerdale prepares for a major shock as Ray unleashes devastating consequences and Laurel faces a horrific tragedy. This week's storyline is darker than ever. While the village is still reeling from Ray's violence and Celia's ever-increasing control, Laurel blindly and dangerously walks straight into the eye of the storm. Adding to her chilling predicament is that Laurel is the only character unknowingly embracing the danger. Unaware that the man she invited into her home has the power to destroy lives, Laurel falls into Ray's mysterious magical trap. At first glance, it's easy to see why. He appears calm, considerate, always ready to help, the kind of man who knows when she needs a shoulder to lean on. But behind that perfect mask is a man who carries out Celia's every command without hesitation. And all we've seen recently shows those commands are becoming more brutal than ever. While Marlon and Rona are gripped by fear from a barrage of threats, and Dylan falls into a coma after Ray crashes into him without hesitation, Laurel remains completely unaware. She even opens her arms wide, happily allowing Ray to penetrate deeper into her life. It's astonishing how easily Ray manipulates her. She notices some strange signs, like Ray's phone constantly ringing, his sudden disappearances, or his explanations that never seem to make sense. But Laurel quickly reassures herself and dismisses it all. She's caught up in the excitement of something new, to the point of not thinking things through. And it is precisely because of this that the truth will later strike her like a devastating blow. Laurel trusted him with a painfully naive faith, believing every word he spoke, simply because she was desperately searching for something good. When the secret is revealed, she will face the horrifying truth that she has fallen in love with a monster. No exaggeration, Ray is violent, controlling, and willing to silence anyone who dares threaten Celia's empire. But even more terrifying is that Celia is beyond anything Emmerdale has witnessed in years. Both Ray and Celia are plunged into the darkest depths, and their cruelty escalates. As Christmas approaches, the atmosphere becomes heavier than ever. Clearly, the story is heading toward something unbearable, a betrayal powerful enough to tear a character's life apart and leave a scar that will never heal. For Laurel, the consequences will be catastrophic. Trust, security, judgment, all are about to be crushed. What's even more heartbreaking is that she placed Ray at the center of her family, close to her children, dreaming of a future that never truly existed. And when the veil of deception crumbles, every warm moment she once felt will turn into a terrifying nightmare. The emotional devastation is perhaps even more devastating than the physical danger. And when one understands how deeply Laurel loved, this tragedy becomes even more heartbreaking. As the holiday episodes approach, Laurel's story seems to be hurtling straight into a nightmare she never anticipated. Now, the question is no longer whether the truth about Ray will be revealed, but how many fragments of her life Laurel will have left to pick up and try to piece together when that happens.